Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I'm Dr. Sudhanshu Joshi from Doon University, Dehradun. Today we are going to talk on module Operation Management as an interfunction imperative under the paper Operation Management. After completing this module, you should be able to explain the scope of decision making in operation management, to understand the strategic aspect of decision making in operation management, to understand various techniques and tools used by operation managers to take operation decisions. Let us understand what operation management deals in and how it is linked with the other departments. Operation management aims to manage processes engaged in production, distribution of product and services. Therefore, it includes set of activities including product creation, development, production, distribution, and reverse logistics. Operation management refers to the creation of goods and services, including transformation or converting inputs into outputs. Various inputs such as capital, labor, and information are used to create goods or services using one or more transformation process, including storing, transporting, and repairing. To ensure that desired outputs are obtained, an organization takes measurements at various points in the transformation process, which is called feedback, and then compares them with the previous established standards to determine whether correct actions are being needed or control is required. Operational management inclusive of all the operations within the organization, including managing purchases, material management, inventory control, production planning, production management, quality control, quality assurance, storage, sales and distribution, and logistic management and business intelligence. The prime focus during the operation management is on efficiency and effectiveness of the processes. Therefore, operation management includes substantial measurements and analysis of the internal processes.
The figure depicts conversion system. We have three blocks which represents input, transformation and output. Whereas control gives the interlinkage between input, transformation and output. Input includes land, labor, capital, information and technology, the factor production and input. Output could be goods and services. Transformation is the intermediary process which convert input into output. Whereas control is being managed through measurements and feedback.
Operation manager refers to the management of various operational processes doing by the business organization. Operation managers and management is about how organization produces or deliver the goods or services that provides the reason for their existence. Various operations doing by an organization may include marketing, finance, personnel, etc. The operation function of an organization can be described as the part of the organization devoted to the production or delivery of the goods and services. Operation management is the process which combines and transforms various sources used in the production and operations subsystem of the organization into the value chain, value-added product services in a controlled manner as per the policy of the organization. Operation management is the part of an organization which is concerned with the transformation of a range of inputs into the required outcome having the requisite quality levels. Operation can be seen as one of the main functions, for example, marketing, finance, personnel, etc., within the organization. Operation function is the part of the organization which is devoted to the production and delivery of goods and services. This means that all the organization undertake operation activities because every organization produces goods or services. Operation managers uses operation management techniques, which refers to the management of production system that transforms input into finished goods or services. Operation management seeks to increase the quality and efficiency of the firm.
Working together successfully means that all the members of the organization understand not only their own role, but they also understand the roles of others. In practice, there is a significant interfacing and collaboration among the various functional areas involving exchange of information and cooperative decision making. For example, although the three primary functions in the business organization, finance, marketing, and operation, perform different activities, many of their decisions impact the other areas of the organization. Consequently, these finance and operations management personnel cooperate by exchanging information and expertise in such activities as the following. Budgeting. Budgets must be periodically prepared to plan financial requirements. Budgets must sometimes be adjusted and perform relatively to a budget must be evaluated. Economic analysis of investment proposals. Evaluation of alternative investments in plant and equipment requirements. Inputs from other operations and finance people. Provision of funds. The necessary funding of operations and the amount and the timing of funding can be important and even critical when funds are tight. Careful planning can avoid cash flow problems. Let us also discuss about the key components of operations management. The key components of operation management are as follows. Quality. Quality simply means the fulfillment of customers' expectation. For example, reliable goods and services can fulfill the customer's expectation. Next could be efficiency. Efficiency simply means produce the required amount of output with a given level of input. Third could be responsiveness to customers. It means action taken to respond to customers' need. Firm can react quickly and correctly to customers' need as they arise. Operations as key functional areas. Operation management is one of the important functional areas of any kind of business. It influences other functional areas of business at high level. In other words, all the functional areas of business are interlinked. Organizational typical beginning their year plan with marketing function, making an estimates of next year's sales. The input forms the basis for production planning in the operations area of business. Procurement planning is done on the basis of the production plan, and all these factors lead to a certain estimates of the fund requirement. This form an important input for the finance function. The human resource management function influences the productivity capacity as the availability of labor depends upon it. The actual production of goods and services influences the market activities to be undertaken and the quantity and timing of available funds from sales. Such interactions are common in most organizations. Following figure shows interlinkage between various functional areas of a business concern. Historical evolvement of operation management. For over 2 centuries, operations and production management has been recognized as an important factor in country's economic growth. The traditional view of manufacturing management begins in 18th century when Adam Smith recognized the economic benefit of specialization of labor. He recommended breaking down the task of a job into subtasks, and responsibility of workers for doing a specific task must be fixed according to the skills she or he carries and qualification she or he carries. In the early 20th century, F.W. Taylor implemented its theory and developed scientific management. From then till 1930, many techniques were developed prevailing the traditional view. Brief information about the contribution to the manufacturing management is shown in the following table. The table depicts The evolvement of operation management as an interdisciplinary domain. Year 1776. Contribution is specialization of labors in manufacturing, and contributor Adam Smith. Year 1779. Contribution is interchangeable parts and cost accounting. Contributor is Ely, Whitney and others. 1832. Contribution is division of labor by skill, assignment of jobs by skill, basics of time study. Contributor is Charles Babbage. 1900. Contribution scientific management, time study and work study. Contributor F.W. Taylor. 1900. Contribution is motion of study of jobs. Contributor Frank P. Gilbert. 1901. Contribution scheduling techniques for employees, machine jobs in manufacturing. Contributor Henry L. Gantt. Year 1915. Contribution economic lot sizes for inventory control. Contributor F.W. Harris. Year 1927. Contribution human relations. Hawthorne study. Contributor Elton Mayo. 1931. Statistical inference applies to produce quality. Quality control charts. Contributed by W.A. Shahart. 1935. Contribution statistical sampling applied to quality control. Inspection sampling plans. Contributor F.W. Doggle and H.G. Roming. 1940. Operational research applications in World War II. Contributor P.M. Blanker and others. 1946. Digital computer. Contribution by John Moseley and J.P. Elkert. Year 1947. Contribution linear programming. Contributed by G.B. Denzing, Williams and others. 1950. Mathematical programming on linear and stochastic processes. Contributed by A. Charnes, W.W. Cooper and others. 1951. Contribution commercial digital computers, large scale computational availability. Contributed by Sperry Univac. 1960. Contribution organization behavior, continued study of people at work. Contributed by L. Cumming and L. Porter. Year 1970. Integrating operations into overall strategy and policy, computer applications to manufacturing, scheduling and controlling. Material resource planning, contributed by W. Skinner, O. L. Leakey and G. Wright. 1980. Quality and productivity applications from Japan, robotics and CAD/CAM. Contributed by W. E. Diming and J. Joran. Operations functions and its linkage. Following figure shows various operation functions and its linkage with other functions. Operation support layer is linked with customer layer through marketing, maintenance, quality, costing, tooling, material, IT design, and it directly influences the customer, dealers and retailers. Wherever core operation layers including testing, assembling, fabrication, machinery, service delivery and supplier layers are interlinked. Managing operations can be enclosed in a frame of general management functions as shown in Figure 3. Operation managers are concerned with planning, organizing and controlling the activities which affect human behavior through models. Planning. Planning simply means to decide what is to be done, when and how. It involves those activities which establish a course of action and guide future decision making. It is the responsibility of the operation manager to define the objectives for operations subsystems of the organization and the policies and procedures for achieving the objectives. This stage includes clarifying the role and focus of operations in the organization overall strategy. It also involves product planning and facility design. Organizing. Organizing includes activities that establish a structure of task and authority. In organizing top management, assigning different tasks and authorities to their employees. Operation managers establish a structure of roles and flows of information within the operations subsystem. Controlling. Under this function, the operation managers compare actual output with planned output. It involves those activities that assure the active and actual performance in accordance with the planned performance. To ensure that plans for operations, subsystems are accomplished. The operation managers must exercise control by measuring actual outputs and comparing them to planned operations. Behavior. In this function, operation managers concerned with how their efforts to plan, organize, and control affect human behavior. They also wanted to know how behavior of subordinates can affect management's planning, organizing, and controlling actions. Model. As operation managers plan, organize, and control the conversion process, they face many problems during the process. They must take decisions to find out solutions for such problems. They can simplify their difficulties using models like aggregate planning models for examining how best to use existing capacity in short-term break-even analysis to identify break-even volumes, etc. Objectives of operation management. There are two main objectives of operation management, namely customer services and resource utilization. Let us understand customer service first. Customer services. The first objective of operation management is the customer services to satisfy the customer wants. Under this objective, the operation management tends to identify the customer needs and will try to fulfill their needs in best possible way. Operation system must provide something special which can satisfy the customers in terms of cost and timing. The objective can be achieved by providing the right thing at the right place at the right time. Resource utilization. Another major objectives of operation management is to utilize the available resource optimally. As we all know, resources are very scarce and the operation managers need to utilize the available resources more efficiently and effectively so that firm will be able to satisfy the customer needs and wants in best possible ways. Under the objective, the operation managers tend to achieve adequate level of resource utilization or productivity. For example, to achieve agreed level of utilization of material, machine and labor. Scope of operation management. Production and operation management concerned with conversion of inputs and into outputs using physical resources so as to provide the desired utilities to the customers while meeting the other organizational objectives of effectiveness, efficiency and adaptability. It distinguishes itself from other functions such as personnel, marketing, financials and by its primary concern for conversing by using physical resources. Following are the activities which are listed under operation management functions: location of facilities, plant layout and material handling, product design, process design, production and planning control, quality control, materials management, maintenance management.
Location of facilities. It's an important strategic level decision making for an organization. It deals with the question where our main operation should be based. The selection of location is key decision because it involves investment of a large amount of money in building plant and machinery. An improper location of plant may lead to waste of all the investments made in the plant and machinery equipments. Hence, location of the plant should be based on the company's expansion plan and policy, diversification plan for products, changing sources of raw materials, and many other factors. Plant layout and material handling. Physical arrangements of facilities known as plant location or plant layout. It is the configuration of the department, work centers, and equipments. The overall objective of the plant layout is the design of a physical arrangement that meets the required output quality and quantity in a very cost-effective manner. Plant location or plant layout is a plan of an optimized arrangement of facilities including personnel, operating equipment, storage space, material handling equipments, and other supporting services, along with the design of best structure to contain all these facilities. Material handling is the process of movement of materials from a storeroom to machine and from one machine to another during the manufacturing process. It is also involved moving, packaging, storing of products in any form.
Types of layout. Process layout. In process layout, all machines perform similar type of operations are grouped at one location. For example, milling machines. Process layout is very useful in job shop and batch production. Product layout. Product layout is also known as line layout. In product layout, reasonable stable demand for product is there. Continuous supply of material is there. Combination layout. Combination layout is a mixture of both processes and product layout. A combination layout is possible when an item is being made in different types of and sizes. In combination layout, machinery is arranged according to process layout, but the process grouping is then arranged in a sequence to maintain various types of sizes of products. It is to be noted that the sequence of operation remains same with a variety of product and sizes. Fixed position layout. Fixed position layout is also known as product type layout. In this type of layout, the major component remains in a fixed location and tool, machinery, man and other materials are brought to that location. This type of layout is suitable when one or a few pieces of identical heavy production based products are to be manufactured. When the assembly consists of large number of heavy particles, the cost of transportation for these parts is very high. For example, when a ship is manufactured, then its main component shipbuilding yard is fixed at one location and other component including material, labor, equipment, etc. brought here to complete the manufacturing process.
Product design. Product design simply means conversion of ideas into reality. In order to survive in current globally competitive environment, business organization needs to design, develop, and introduce new products in the market. It's an important part of the organization survival and growth strategy. Development of new products and launching them in the market is the biggest challenge faced by the organizations. The entire process of need identification to physical manufacturers of product involves three functions, namely marketing, product development, and manufacturing. Through marketing, organization tries to identify customer needs. Product development translates the need of customers given by the marketing into technical specifications and designing of various features into a final product. Whereas manufacturing has responsibilities of selecting the processes by which product can be manufactured. Now we have process design. To understand process design means selection of optimum decisions route for converting raw material into finished goods. During process design, the operations managers need to consider on selection of process, choice of technology, process flow analysis, and layouts of the facilities. Production planning and control. Production planning and control can be defined as the process of planning the production in advance, setting the expected route of each item, fixing the starting and finishing dates for each item, to give production orders to shop, and to follow up the progress of products according to orders. Production planning and control works on a simple principle: first plan your work and then work on your plan. The main function of production planning and control includes planning, routing, scheduling, dispatching, and follow-ups.
Quality control. Quality control refers to a system that is used to maintain a desired level of quality in a product or a service. It is systematic control of various factors that affect the quality of a product. Various factors that affect the quality of a product includes raw material, techniques and equipments to be skilled, skill level of workers, etc. Quality control is the industrial management technique which help in production of a uniform product with the accepted quality. It is the entire collection of activities which ensure that operation will produce optimum quality products at the minimum cost. Objectives of quality control. The main objective of quality control are as follows: to improve the company's income by making production more acceptable to the customers, that is, by providing long life, great usefulness, and maintainability, etc. To reduce costs through reduction of losses due to defects, to produce optimal quality at reduced prices, to make inspection prompt to ensure quality control, to check the variation during the manufacturing.
Material management. Material management refers to the management of various materials needed in the process of production. It means find out the optimum ways of acquiring or acquisition of raw materials and other inputs required in the production process of a product so that wastage of the material are minimized. Maintenance management. In current scenario, equipment and machinery are a very important part of the total productivity efforts. An organization can't survive without suitable machinery and equipments. Therefore, their idleness or downtime become very expensive to them, and hence it is very important that the plant machinery should be properly maintained.
Objectives of maintenance management. The main objective of maintenance are as under: to achieve minimum breakdown and to keep the plant in a good working condition at the lowest possible cost, to keep the machines and other facilities in such a condition that permits them to be used at their optimal capacity without interruption, to ensure the availability of the machine, buildings and services required by other sections of the factory for performance and functionality at the optimum return on investment.
So students, let's now summarize what we have learned in this module. We explained the scope of decision making in operation management. We understand the strategic aspect of decision making in operation management. We also understood various techniques and tools used by the operation managers to make their operational decisions.